My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. This is the only channel dedicated to UFC fight picks and DraftKings lineups run by MMA insiders and professional fighters. Every week, I join Dan Kramer and Nick Newell, two longtime professional fighters that have fought at the highest levels on the planet, as well as Jacob Lyons, a skinny kid from Indiana. So join us every single week for our full fight card breakdowns, our individual fight card breakdowns, our betting guide, and our DraftKings lineups. Next up at UFC Vegas 34, we have Alexandre Pantoja versus Brandon Royval. This honestly might be one of the best fights of the night. And this is a sneaky good card because we have a bunch of really good matchups like this. Pantoja,
I agree. Before you start, I agree a lot. That was going to be my line, but
yeah,
I think
I got it. You threw your arms up.
This is going to be the fight of the night.
Yeah. Pantoja 23-5 overall, 3-2 in his last 5, alternating wins and losses. Brandon Raw Dog Royval 12-5 overall, 4-1 in his last 5, coming off of a loss to Brandon Moreno, the champion. This is going to be a really fun fight. Pantoja is always in fun fights. He's strong. He walks forward. He has good power. He gives damage. Pantoja has very good grappling with good control and ground and pound. His striking is formulaic, meaning, you know, it's very basic meat and potatoes, if you will.
Very like a
lot of it. What'd you say?
I said very like a formula.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to word it where I don't sound like a chemistry.
Formulaic, like meat and potatoes. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, got it. Okay. Yeah. 1s and 2s and things like that. And he does them really, really well. Brandon Royval is tricky. He has good submissions. He's dangerous on his feet. He's very versatile. So where Pantoja is 1s and 2s and formulaic, Royval is throwing whatever he wants to throw whenever he wants to throw it, and he mixes it up really, really well. He has tons of pressure, and he is always coming forward. This is an awesome fight. I am really, really looking forward to it. I do think the controlled Pantoja, meaning if he doesn't get sucked into the wildness of Brandon Royval, a controlled Pantoja can beat Brandon Royval, touch him up where he needs to, hit him when Royval's doing the crazy stuff, jump back out, move well, you know, stick to the basics and out basic Royval. But this is a close fight, but I do like Pantoja to win it. Way more experience. I like his power here. And at the end of the day, his grappling is much better. So I like Pantoja here. I think he has more ways to win, but on their feet, this is going to be a really, really fun fight. Jacob, what are your thoughts?
I loved your analysis, and I felt like you were heading in the right direction, and then you took a little detour. I like Brandon Royval in this fight. Listen, Pantoja is an absolute dog, and he beat Brandon Moreno twice, the current champ. Where it's Royval lost to him. You can't really compare that, but beating the champ twice is pretty impressive. And if there's anything that you need to know about Pantoja is most people's highlight videos on YouTube are like 6 minutes. 8 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. He has a highlight video on YouTube that is a half an hour long because this guy is just a dog and his highlights are just incredible. But I just feel like he can be flat-footed at times. Where Royval, I love his in and out movement and his fluid striking. I think he's going to be able to capitalize on those kind of angles. The only thing I worry about is Royval sometimes will chase wild submissions. He'll jump up for a guillotine or do something wild. If he ends up on his back in this fight, it's going to be bad news. Pantoja's going to control him and just ground and pound him. So if Royval can not be on his back, I think he should win this fight. But I'm just worried about him doing something silly. Even if he throws like a wild kick and somebody catches it, he trips, he's on his back. That's where it worries me. But I like Royval to win this fight. He didn't quite make it in my lineup because I had the lock of the week and I went somewhere else with that money. But I like him to win this fight.
On their feet, it's definitely a close fight. I just think Pantoja has more ways to win this. Danny boy, I think you're a big Pantoja guy, right?
Yeah, he's a phenomenal fighter, very, very skilled, tons of experience. He lives down here and trains full time at American Top Team, so you know he's getting good work in. And I've heard the guy is an absolute beast in the gym. So You've seen him fight high-level competition and win. I think, listen, I like Royval. I like him a lot. I think he's a gamer. He's got a crazy pace. He comes guns blazing. He's really good in scrambles, can catch you in subs if you make a mistake. But I think this is a fight where that's not going to be all that it takes to beat a guy on Pantoja's level. I think Royval is going to open himself up in some of those wild offensive exchanges, and Pantoja is skilled enough and precise enough to land a clean shot on him. I also think Pantoja, when he's struggled in the past, it's really been with guys that have good offensive wrestling. While Royval is good on the ground, he's not a really good offensive wrestler, so I don't see how he gets it there and creates those scrambles and creates that submission, possibility. Anything could happen, but I think Pantoja's got an edge on the ground too. So I like Pantoja everywhere in this fight, other than Royval just putting a pace on him for 3 rounds and catching something in a crazy exchange. But I'm pretty high on Pantoja in this one. I think he's going to catch Royval with something big on those wild entries. So Pantoja's in my lineup, and I wish I bet on him. He opened up at minus 135, I think. I didn't jump on it right away, and now I think he's minus 172, 176. I think it's moving more in his favor now. So
it is. Real quick, I have a question mark next to Pantoja for inside the distance. So I'm trying to find a bet here. Do you like the inside the distance bet, or do you think this is?
I would like the inside the distance for both fighters. Like doesn't start or whatever that bet is.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't start whatever that is. No, it depends what the odds are. I was looking at it before. It's like minus 105 to go the distance, minus 115 to not go the distance. So
yeah, so maybe that's
laughing at yourself, Jacob, because I was making fun of you.
No, I'm laughing at you. The way you said it was great. You were mocking me, and it was like perfect delivery. It was funny.
Oh, all right. So you were
so insecure, Jesus.
I do like the more because I think these guys go at it. So I like the more on Monkey Knife Fight. So
definitely like the more.
Yeah, that's probably safer than inside the distance. But either way, weonpicks.com/bets or weonpicks.com/MKF.